kasama na po natin ang matunog na magiging DFA Secretary na si Perfecto Yasay. Good morning, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Good morning. Magandang umaga, Cheryl, sa iyo at sa nanonood sa ating umaga ngayon.
And I understand you're flying to Davao after this.
After this, yeah.
So, ready na po kayong harapin si Mayor Digong, ating incoming president.
You could say that.
Ayan. Paano po kayo napasama? Dito po sa binubuong gabinete ni Mayor Digong, ito ba ay pinramis niya na sa inyo bago pa siya manalo? Kasama na talaga sa pagpaplano or you were surprised about this?
I was terribly surprised. Talagang astounded, as a matter of fact. Dahil hindi kami nag-uusap ni Rudy. Alam niyang sinusuportahan ko siya sa kampanya. But we never talked about any interest on my part to go back to government or any concern or propensity on his part to appoint me should he be elected. So, yung lumabas itong balitang ito, I heard it, siguro baka nauna pa kayo.
Oh, okay.
About the appointment. So I'm very pleased. I'm happy na pinagtitiwalaan ako ni President-elect Rudy at he wants me to get back into government and I'm happy about it.
Nung una nyo nga, sabi nyo nga, nauna nyo pang nalaman sa mga balita, hindi ba kayo nagdalawang isip?
Ay talagang nagdalawang isip dahil at my age, so although I'm younger than our president-elect,
Kinaklaro po yan, ha? Yes, sir. Okay po.
Pero mas yun, mas energetic yun, mas matibay yun kaysa sa akin siguro. Hindi ko I thought na I should live a quieter life, practicing law on a selective basis, yeah. But when duty calls, especially when the president that you admire, that you support, asks you to serve, you cannot refuse that. And when you do, I think it's a disservice to the nation. Yeah.
Sir, sinabi po ni Duterte na walang padrino sa kanyang administrasyon, pero kayo po, I understand, naging mag-roommate po kayo sa law school. 2 years po kayo naging mag-roommate. Ano pong reaksyon nyo dito?
Yeah, about almost 2 years. Nag-roommate kami sa YMCA Youth Center Dormitory sa Manila. Okay, kasama din namin dyan si Bebot, who was also our dorm mate, no? Pero kami ni Rudy talagang roommate kami. Nag-aaral siya ng abogasiya sa San Beda at ako naman sa UP.
So hindi nyo masasabi sa amin, mako-confirm kung talagang hanggang 75 lang ang grade niya?
Hindi ko masasabi, pero alam ko ang habits niya ni Rudy very disciplined. Hindi kami magkatugma usually sa habits niya dahil ako, I'm a day person. Si Rudy ay talagang very nocturnal. Pero nakikita ko talagang very disciplined yung kanyang ways, no? Nagbibiroan kami. Alam mo yung aming idealism, bata pa kami. He was looking up to me as perhaps a future leader of the country. I was looking up to him also as a future leader of the country. Pero yung interest namin as youth leaders of our time coincided. And I'm so happy na as you look back, bata pa kayo, you had dreams. And then today, together, you see the fulfillment of the dreams.
Opo. Pero yun nga po, bawal ang padrino.
Bawal, oh.
Ayun. So, kayo, sabi nyo nga ay nabigla kayo. So, obviously, walang ginamit na padrino. At nagtaka
talaga,
kayo
oo.
na...
At saka alam ko na marami kaming mga kaibigan na one way or the other ay gustong pumunta pumasok sa gobyerno. Ay yung mga ganyan, pag pumasok ng mga padrino, ayaw niya yan. Kahit na kaibigan niya, he will resist that. At sasabihin niya, in fact, natutuwa kami dahil para bang winaringan niya ang mga kaibigan niya eh.
Inunahan na po.
Ako, if you are interested, sasabihin niya, if you're interested in seeking for a government position, mag-apply kayo and I will go over and screen your qualifications. Pero pag kumuha na kayo ng congressman o kung sino-sino ganyan, yan ang ayaw niya sa lahat. And that to me is already a change, no, in the practices that we do in the appointment of people in government.
At yun nga po, wala po kayong padrino, pero ang lumalabas po dito po sa mga balita, ang sinabi po niya ay ito'y pansamantala lamang habang pong may 1-year ban pa po si Senator Cayetano. So 1 year lang po kayong uupo sa DFA. Is that okay?
That's okay. Sinabi lang naman ni President-elect Duterte yan dahil talagang itong posisyon ng DFA at Justice Secretary ay he reserved for Senator Cayetano. So sa akin, kahit na 1 month or 2 months, given this opportunity to serve government and then pinili ka ng Pangulo, that's a distinctive honor and you cannot refuse that. Kaya sa akin, it's fine. Yeah.
At hindi po ito simpleng ahensya. This is Department of Foreign Affairs.
Yeah. Pero nakikita ko na kahit na temporary, I feel and I sense very strongly na he knows that I would, in this critical period of his first year in office, that I will be playing a key role.
Critical period at critical din po ang ating sitwasyon ngayon pagdating sa mga ilang relasyon po natin sa ibang bansa.
Po.
Ano po ang plano natin sa issue po ng agawan dito nga po sa teritoryo, sa West Philippine Sea?
Meron na tayong government policy dyan and talagang susundin natin ang ating saligang batas on how we proceed with these claims. No? Nakita natin na meron tayong nakasalang na kaso sa arbitration court, no, sa UNCLOS. And yan, itutuloy natin. And ako, I believe in what our President-elect has said, na we have to exhaust peaceful means in resolving through negotiations, even bilateral talks, itong mga issue na ito. At kung our adversaries or opponents will choose to use force, that's their problem. We will also respond accordingly. But I don't think that it will get into that, especially with the stance of President-elect Rudy, na we exhaust all of these peaceful means in accordance with what the Constitution mandates.
Hindi na po siya susugod kasama ang ating bandila, ano? At itatayo na doon.
Hindi, hyperbole yan eh. Mga
yes.
exaggeration. This is a language na ginagamit niya for our people to understand.
Yes,
Kagaya sa atin ngayon, di ba? Ako, nag-i-English ako dahil I am more comfortable. Pero ganon si Rudy. He wants the people to understand what is in his heart.
Punta po tayo sa ASEAN integration. Ano po ang stand nyo dito? Pabor po ba kayo dito?
I would not want to discuss these things as yet, Cheryl, dahil to begin with, sa transition team, we have also to consult with the sitting Secretary of Foreign Affairs and see what government's policy is on this. No, I would not venture or hazard a position at this point in time. I'd stay cautious.
Dito po tayo, sir, sa gitna po ng rape joke ni incoming President Duterte. Tinira po niya yung bansang, kung maalala nyo, ang Amerika po at ang Australia. Bilang upo po na DFA Secretary, paano nyo po ito i-handle or maaayos?
Alam mo, itong rape incident ay nangyari yan in 1989, hindi ba? At saka yung kanyang controversial statement na nangyari only itong sa kampanya, sa Amoranto, and he was addressing this and explaining this to the people. Hindi niya kinakausap yung Australia or America. He never made reference to that, but he was trying to explain ano yung pain, ano yung pressure, at ano yung ginawa niya to respond to his responsibility. So I would not want to pass judgment on Rudy or even our friends, foreign friends, pass judgment on Rudy on what he says in the political campaign. You know, I think the political campaign is an entirely different form that is addressed for the Filipino people. And I know that if you will see itong ating mga friends, America and Australia, if they will look at Rudy as the next president of the country, they will see that he is the best president that our country needs at this time. And I would like to assure you, with our president, with our friends, he will make sure that our relationship will be strengthened, will be more meaningful in recognition of our respective rights as sovereign and free states.
Mr. Yasay, thank you again for joining us and good luck dun po sa inyong pag-upo bilang susunod na DFA Secretary. And you have a safe trip later.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Thank you, Mr. Yasay.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Be sure to come back. Use 5 everywhere. Copyright 2016.